Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Confidence Faith Podcast, Move Forward in Love. My name is Dr. Sam, and today we have a special guest. We have Cindy. I'm going to read you a quick bio about Cindy because, quite frankly, it's very impressive. So here it goes. Unstoppable isn't just a word, it's a way of life. Our guest, Cindy Marie Azura, is a multi-passionate coach, singer, speaker, and podcast host who transformed from a people pleaser to a purpose-driven trailblazer. Having lived in 5 countries, Cindy Marie brings a wealth of global experience to empower others to break limits, embrace their unique voice, and become truly unstoppable. Now, if that wasn't an introduction within itself, let me introduce Cindy Marie and let her just go on about her amazing life and what she's doing. Cindy, say thank you. I can't even get my words out right now. Thank you so much for being here and just gracing us with your presence. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here in your beautiful platform. And you introduce yourself, Dr. Sam. So maybe I can call you Dr. Sam.
You
Uh,
call me whatever you feel right.
yeah. So just to kind of give everyone's more in-depth information or story or journey that I've gone through, as what Dr. Sam mentioned, um, my life has transformed in different countries, and that led me to where I am right now. And I think it's good to share that I'm originally from Philippines, and but life has brought me so many places. For those people who don't know me yet, I have been staying and living in Indonesia for 5 years and been working and rediscovering myself in Singapore for about 12 to 13 years. And last time was almost 4 years in Spain, in Valencia, and now here in United States, as obviously every move, it's about an adventure and filled with challenges. And it's about pushing, rediscovering who I am truly and what truly matters in my life. And this journey of mine really helping me to understand what is the purpose and the mission that I have on this planet Earth, and expressing and sharing my authentic self and share to people that it is safe. It is actually liberating and it's freeing you to rediscover your true authentic self so that you will be able to understand what's your mission, what's your purpose, what are those skills and talents and gifts that you meant to excel or master and be one of many people journeys to bring awareness and empowerment and be unstoppable. But you mentioned about people pleaser.
Yeah.
I was
Tell
a baby
us. Tell
people
us so
pleaser.
much about it. I know so many of us struggle with that, so enlighten us in your way.
Yes. So for many people who don't know that I was only the child that born outside Philippines, was born in South Africa. So that has led me to a different treatment when my mom brought me to Philippines. And I didn't know what or how the treatment was different until I started to understand my surroundings, in this case, my family members. And I have been observing and asking myself why there's a difference and how can I be treated the same way as my other siblings? And I've been mocked every time we have a disagreement or conflicts. And I said, well, the first thing when you're younger, you want to be seen, you want to be loved, you want to be treated all of those positive and loving way. So I obeyed. I became people pleaser. But there's a strange twist in becoming people pleaser
Hmm.
that I have discovered over time, that led me obviously impacted my relationships, romantic friendships, communities, and especially at work. I have been pushing so much, doing so much hard work to prove my worth, my enoughness, and seeking external validation, approval that I exist. And only until 2017, somehow deep inside of me, I felt that inner voice is guiding me to say, enough is enough. You have
Yeah.
to show your authentic self. And I'm super curious whether you have experienced this or not. Well, I guess a lot of people, you're battling with yourself because I was a people pleaser. And yet there's an inner voice of me telling me this is who you are, which is my
Yes.
authentic self. So she's starting to awaken or
Hmm.
activating all of those things. And I was like, I don't know how can I present myself, but I started to become more expressive when I was fighting my rights at work. And I started to
Nice.
feel like, wow, very energetic, feel
Yeah.
energized. And I said, well, okay, if this is making me more confident about myself, let's put it on the personal level. Unfortunately, well, and fortunately, it led me more into rediscovering of when you opening yourself to your authentic self, you also gonna lead to separation with the old version of yourself. That includes your relationships with your colleagues, with your friends, your circle of your groups that you thought that was cool, but now it doesn't seem like aligning anymore. And 2017 and 18 kind of like were my stepping stone of becoming more expressive of my authentic self, fighting more about my rights, fighting more about who I'm truly are is. And only 2019, Dr. Sam, where I started to feel that I'm done of doing all of this pleasing in everything, everyone, everywhere, all those attachment that I have from my previous version. And the only reason I come up with that decision when I had burnout from the previous company, because I asked myself big question, are these traits will lead me to become the successful person I was thinking to be?
Yeah.
And obviously my body said no. That's why I went for burnout. And I'm very lucky and blessed that I have been always have my supportive husband with all of the decisions that I'm making. And he said, yes, do whatever it takes for you to pause and reevaluate yourself. And I did that. There are a lot of happenings at that time. I quit the job and I also challenged myself to express more of myself to the closest friends that I used to have. And that led me to as a villain that, you're too direct. It's not. It's not. So I had a lot of challenging moments that I have to go through on that 2019. And that also the time that we got married. So you can imagine so many things happening.
Yeah.
But wait for it. We also decided to move
Oh
out
gosh.
Singapore. That was the beginning of COVID. So you can imagine how much that my husband and I, especially me, have to go through. But I said, I'm done in Singapore and I'm done. Just like lead me, universe, whatever you call it, to the place that I can finally rediscover my authentic self. And that's where the Valencia or Spain helped me to rediscover everything from coaching, from podcasting, and finally embracing the other side of me, which I have been hiding in and out, the singing, because singing has always been in my DNA. And many people will always mock me. You have everything. Give a space to other people. And I said, yeah, but now I told to myself, I'm not going to put myself to smaller place if I have all of these gifts and skills and talents that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We have been gifted with all of these things for a reason, for a purpose, for a meaningful reasons for us to express. And so we can be a great service to people. And the last thing that I've been really practicing and strengthening is speaking,
Hmm.
because I do believe that we all have unique story to share to people. And if I can be one of those tools, and that could be a reflection of great stories to many people and be a tool for them to transform. And so I'm willing to step up and take the courage and be brave to do whatever it takes, but in the name of love and knowing that I'm not alone on this journey. And so that's where lead me to where I am right now.
I love that. Like, so I'm going to pause right here because, guys, Cindy just nailed everything. If you're wondering what's inside my business, it's like she was my client. So you have to understand that your past is a path. You have to understand the inner child wounds that grow with you if you don't get a hold of them. You have to understand that you live in a realm that's spiritual and physical. When Cindy's saying her external person is a people pleaser and her internal person is not, those are not coincidences if you're going through them. Those are not strange things that make you crazy. That is the calling that God's put on your heart, that the universe has placed inside of you because you are a key. You are someone's blessing. You are someone's angel. You are that thing that pivots the world for the next big plan. And when
Mhm.
you're looking for your authentic self, just like Cindy's story, you're going to have to transition. And when you transition, you're going to lose stuff. And don't be
Mhm.
scared because it's not like you're losing everything. It's you're losing the things that you falsely identified with, the things that your ego clung to protect yourself. But when you reach that point of authenticity, when it's like, I'm done, I'm burnt out, I don't have anything left to give, that's a pivoting point for yourself and the world around you.
Mhm.
No, you're not going to be liked by other people because you were so much more fun when you did this. And I can't believe you're so godly. That's like what I was going through. Like people started looking at me differently. You don't drink, you don't
Mhm.
curse, like you don't listen to rap music with curse words. Like what's going on? But
Mhm.
you have to follow what's inside because it's that inner peace that brings the joy in life that's going to keep you on such an adventurous trail like Cindy's sharing with us. Myself, I've gotten to travel as well. And honestly, I've got the itch to go somewhere new. I love internationally traveling. I lived in Ecuador, I've been to Panama, France, and several other places. And when you get that global experience, when you see how other people are living, and it's not just like in the United States for myself, it's very lust is not quite the word, but a desire-based thing. So it's like, I want this. Everybody else has this. I should get it too. And you strive for that. But in other countries, it's more like family time, relaxation
Mhm.
time. Who are you? It's not defined by a public relations specialist. It would be I'm a gift giver. I'm a person who likes to make other people laugh. And the definition and how you identify yourself is so important at the same time. Like Cindy,
Mhm.
I know that resilience comes with transformation. It's part of
Yeah.
my story too. You know, you shove down what you need to. It's like this thing, you're crying, and then all of a sudden your hand moves and like you have to be fine.
Yeah.
The core of what I'm hearing your story being is actually on the level of love, which is inner circle, family, those core people who are supposed to help build you through loyalty and experiences and everything else. That's where your your disconnect came from, that broken love came from. And as you heard through her story, it seeps into, am I good enough? How do I become this
Mhm.
new person if this is what I've known? Where do I go when everyone leaves because I don't please them anymore? Cindy, how did you stay resilient? How did you go from resilience to a point of release?
It takes the self-awareness. You've got to invest a lot of time to be comfortable with your own questions in your mind that believe a lot of people avoiding. And, you know, my sense of gift to the world is my voice, and I know that. I've been embracing that. And I just wondering, I always have this question, why do people scared of processing the truth where the truth actually sets you free? So, because that's already innate in me, but I have been refusing that when I was younger. Only recently, last 4, 5, 6 years, I've been embracing and telling myself, okay, I'm different. So let's do it. But going back of how did I, you know, ex embrace this resilience to transformation. When you invest to know yourself better and know that it's going to be messy and know that this is the way for you to be able to understand why you're here. Because when you invest to yourself, you have to answer all of those big questions. And you have to be willing to know the harsh truth, the tough love we require to go through with that. And also embracing anything that you feel. You don't have to suppress that, you don't have to repress that, but just navigate it through. Let it feel. You feel, but you don't judge yourself, you don't discriminate yourself, you don't belittle anything that putting you into a negative frequency or energy. You have to be compassionate and empathetic and loving to yourself and kind, that this is the way. Now, when you give yourself the time and investment to know yourself better, the self awareness, then you're also going to know why you're here. What's your purpose? Understand what are those skills and talents and gifts that are really yours. Because I always remember this, what you seek is already within you. It's just dormant. We have to activate that. And I'm always a big believer. We are all unique. We are all have different things to offer in this world. So don't be afraid to show your authentic self, because through that authentic self, you will transform. And the other thing that once you discover your gifts, your skills and talents, put it all out, share to people. What are your message, right? And don't be afraid for what people would judge you, whatever. Be less concerned about what they're saying. Be more concerned why you're doing that. And the last thing that really helping me to keep moving forward, keep showing up despite all of these challenges, because I'm no different like Dr. Sam or anybody else watching or listening right now. I'm human being. The supernatural maybe is that I'm not allowing any outside noise, because, and I know you're gonna love what I'm gonna about to say, I know that I'm not alone. I have higher source that guiding me, elevating me, and protecting me with this mission and purpose that I have to share and empower people and be unstoppable.
I love that because I feel like a lot of people get weirded out by the word God, and then some people get weirded out by the word universe. But I think everyone can come to the conclusion that there is a higher power that is guiding us. And, a lot of the times in Christianity or in Judaism, well, maybe it's just Christianity, but you have guardian angels. You have two guardian angels, and a lot of people feel, I know myself personally, like you get attacked and then it's like you're getting kicked when you're down, and then it's like I don't know what I'm doing. You think you're doing something wrong. You think that maybe God's not with you. But the thing is that sometimes that is the least of what those angels are taking on for you. That's the least of what the universe is giving to you, because you're not going to be given more than what you can handle. And it always seems like we are. But it's kind of like when you're given something new, it always seems tougher than when you have that time to process it. And so when you're transitioning, when you're doing these resilient moments, and then you get the time to decompress and process, don't forget that when you made choices in the past, like she was saying, be compassionate, but be compassionate because you did the best you knew how to do with the information you knew at that time. And then
Mhm.
when you're processing through the transition, make sure that you understand that it's going to get better. It's only going to feel easier when you deal with it little by little. And you can do that on a daily basis with journaling. You can do that with reading self-help books. You can do it with a coach like Cindy. You can listen to songs like Cindy sings. You can do everything that Cindy does. I do coaching and consulting and designing. And, I have my own sets that I can help with. But you can process it little by little. It doesn't have to be like this crashing down, though that does come in your spiritual awakening, but it doesn't have to be at this moment. And so when you're being resilient, it is totally okay, but make sure that you leave time to be replenished. Make sure you
Yeah.
leave time for the self-love. And that doesn't mean going to the spa. That can be literally sitting in the dark or sitting in silence or going on a walk or, I mean, going to the beach, anything. You could even hold a door for someone. I said that to somebody else before. But
Mm,
it's filling yourself so that you can go again. Just like Cindy was saying, it's energy. It really is. You're made out of atoms, wavelengths, like
mm,
light waves. That's your subatomic, your light waves, your particles are going to be your atomic stuff. And these things are working together to create this world that you literally see. With no light, you have no vision. With no particles, you have no touch. You can't experience without both of them, which means you can't experience without being fully authentic as yourself. Your
mm,
spiritual self, which is that calling, the physical person, which is actually doing the manifestation of what you're supposed to do. And then you get to really neat places like right here. And you have a story to share, and it helps somebody else, and it allows you to use your gift and feel good
mm,
about yourself. And that's really what it is because when you're sharing these light particles or photons, that is love. You destroy it in yourself to offer it as a sharing gift to another through experiences. And that
mm.
person has the ability to accept it or reject it. And then it ripples. And I love that. And I don't get to say it enough, but it is so impactful. Cindy is going around the world in different countries and sharing her light. Whereas if she never was able to go, who knows what would be missed? I mean, Cindy, I don't know if you have anything else to add to that, but like I just really feel like a warm feeling, like a just a pleasant feeling about what's being said right now. I don't know. That's just me.
Well, I just want to add few points from what
Yeah.
you said. From what I have experienced from all of those people that I have interacted with, whether just a deep conversation or on a client basis environment, many people having this limiting beliefs that very crucial that we have to work on that, especially for adults, because we have so many attachment with our ego and pride, and we have to release that, lose that more and more. Now, one of the things that I have observed would be the attachment of those people, those memories, those experiences, those privileges, those blessings, everything. We already felt inside that those no longer serving us. However, it's very challenging to let go because it's convenient. It's beautiful, right? It gives us the dopamine, whatever we want to call it. But if you know deep inside of you that you have something that very friendly, loving voice already telling you, oh, whatever your name is, it is your time. You have something to offer. Don't ignore that. And just remember, when you let go all of these things, I think we have this fear of detachment. We believe that once we detach with all of those old narratives, with all of those people, we are going to be left alone. That's your limiting belief. The truth is that when you create more space for you, because you're letting go of your old self, everything that included related to that, guess what? Those people now that resonating with your energy, with your presence, will finally come into your door because you have a space. So then you will realize, oh, I'm not alone. Then the more you manifest and radiate yourself that I am willing to change, I am willing to expand, and I am willing to experience what else I can discover about myself. And then, all of those answers will slowly pop up the into your life. But of course, having that sense of self-awareness is crucial because through that self-awareness, you will also have the ability to strengthen your intuition. Through that intuition, you will know when they're guiding you, This the people that they're not supporting you, so cut, move on. I mean, that's part of resilience, right? You just know. But we go back to self-awareness and don't be afraid to detach yourself from old self version of you, including people, relationship, whatever. Just know that those people will be replaced with another incredible group of people. So just give yourself the ability to create that openness and willingness for that space, and you'll be surprised. Oh my God. At least that's my experience. I wouldn't have the chance to meet Dr. Sam if I would keep on clinging to
Yes.
my old past. So,
Absolutely. I love it. Cindy, I know this has been a wonderful conversation. I probably could go on another hour and a half with you, but we are towards the end of the episode. And I mean, guys, if you didn't get something, I'm literally going to leave her information in the bottom as well as
thank
mine. And you can reach out to either of us and you can ask questions. You can inquire, hire us to help you if that's what you feel is necessary. But the point is that we really just want more people to find that light inside of them and allow
you.
our stories to be the path and the light for your path to help
Mhm.
you get to a new place because quite honestly living in a fake authenticity doesn't really doesn't really do much for you and you won't be able to impact the world like you want. So,
Mhm.
Cindy, thank you so much for coming on. I truly appreciate it and I cannot wait to speak to you again. And everyone, thank you so much for coming. Please like and subscribe and also share this video. There's tons more, so check them out. But we will talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah.